So yesterday I was excited about this. So when I talk about stuff, it's stuff that they're, telling me in my head. And sometimes, they'll tell me and I'll write it down and then I'll just, whatever it is, I'll try and talk about it. I don't go in and just read this stuff, but I am going to try and put it together into a book or something. And, anyways, a lot of this stuff, I talk about this all the time. A lot of stuff they tell me, I'll be just like, oh, I don't know. Are you sure about that? And then they'll bring me stuff, to give me confirmation. And it'll be this weirdest, random, most weird way, I think. And, because I can be watching a movie and all of a sudden it will say something and it will be total confirmation of something that they told me. But yesterday it was, so I went in to watch Charlie, the Insider Report, to see what he said about the financial thing that's going on. He's under NDA, so he can't really say anything. He just keeps saying, hey, it's happening, you guys. It's super exciting. Be excited. But there were so many things that were supposed to happen. He said, all this stuff is really happening. It's happening. There's so much stuff happening that isn't being reported. Like, Spain yesterday made the whole thing against our rights. Canada did. They're not reporting it to the people when the judicial is saying that they can't, it's against human rights and stuff. So it's madness. And the bridges collapsing all over in China. And, the Three Gorges Dam already went down. There's just utter chaos going on. And anyway, so I just wanted to see like if he said anything about it. And he just said, yeah, everything's still on. It's really exciting. You're going to see a bunch of stuff's going to go down this week and next week. And so while he's talking about this, he started talking about a guy who he had just interviewed, I don't know, sometime last week. And I don't remember why, because he was talking to a couple people. And I don't remember why they started talking about it. But they started talking about Sunblock. And this doctor is talking about how bad it is for you to put on, that it has got carcinogens in it, and when you put it on your skin, it cooks into your skin. It's made to block vitamin E and vitamin D and stuff, so it's blocking these things from your skin absorbing it, and it's giving people cancer. And that's what I kept saying. They wouldn't push something if it were good for us. That's how you got to look at it. They would not push something and tell us it's good for us if it really was good for us. That's the last thing they want. So anything they tell us is good for us is a lie. And, but when I will just have these things coming in my head and they'll be telling me. And so anyways, it was confirmation to me of what they had been telling me. Because I don't wear sunblock and I tell people, no, I think it's poisonous. I think that it causes cancer and it's blocking what we need to absorb into our skin from the sun. The sun is, how long have humans been on this planet and they have needed the sun? So for them to try and tell us that the sun is killing us, they're the ones killing us. And, but it's the same thing that they want to do with these things, is put these toxins in, and then when they release the environmental thing and everybody drops dead, then no one's the wiser, right? Except for they have a big problem because we've all woke up. But, all the different things like, the trash and the recycling, they told me about that. Anything that I'll see something about, they'll just expand. Like they'll tell me all this stuff about it. And I'll be like, is this my brain just filling in the holes, or are you guys really telling me something? And then I'll get confirmation, like, yeah, we're really telling you this. And, just like, the plastics and all of the packaging and stuff, like all the stuff that is supposedly, destroying the planet is, plastics are poison. They can't even destroy them once they make them. That all of that stuff is just so, you know, these people can get rich. They don't give a shit. It's just like, oh, you need this plastic container and we're going to make it for you. And then they take everything away from us so that we need their thing that they're making for us. That is just so they can get rich. And that's why they got to constantly be switching it up. Oh, you need this. Oh, you need this. It's like, no, we need you guys to go away and leave us the fuck alone. And, you know, I see being able to, you know, the way that they lived originally in this, on this planet is being a much better way to live than the ways that they're trying to save us from the planet. It's so ridiculous. Like the other day I got a package and, I ordered, it was 2 little things. Oh, it was like a spice and, some Epsom salts. And, this giant, I'm not even shitting you, this giant box comes and I open it. It's these 2 little tiny things filled with these things. Really? So I needed a lot of this. Now I'm saving it because I was like, well, that's like one of those things you can just sit there and pop when you're trying to relax or something. I've got so many of them. I couldn't even believe it. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? You can't find a smaller box. You can't find an envelope. But it is not. It is not because they are trying to save money or, you know, put it in smaller containers or whatever. They're not being conscientious about the environment. They're just, you know, turning it on us. Like, oh, well, you know, we got to make some money. So we're going to fill this shit in here. And then blame it on you because you bought something. And the whole thing is just so backwards. And I know that a lot of people are like more awake to this kind of stuff and that they are, you know, find it very frustrating because they're just like, what do we do? Like, you know, but luckily that they are blowing themselves up. Their greed got the best of them. And now they're all going down. So, but that is definitely, I personally think that things are going to be a lot more, you know, confined to areas. Like I mean, we'd still be able to buy stuff online or whatever. But I just think people are not going to be like they are now. Like, I think that there's going to be a lot more available. I think that people are going to have a lot more stuff that they are doing for themselves and selling, and that we would buy stuff from each other rather than go to, you know, the corporate establishment, especially after what we've seen that they've done to us. So, yeah, I think that that's going to be a big switch. But, you know, I feel like everybody has got these same things that are being told in their heads, but not everybody is listening. I think a lot of people, they're just like, oh, you know, have I gone crazy? What is this? You know, who's telling me this stuff in my head? And I can't even tell you how many different things I've seen on shows or TV now or whatever, where it is that when they start hearing voices in their head, they think they've gone crazy. Just like that story the other day with the woman, and they're telling her that she needs to go get a brain scan, and she ends up having a brain tumor and stuff, and they're talking to her. You know, they do talk to you all the time. And I know I really, you know, beat this like a dead horse, but everybody has got people around them talking to them all the time. But you have to trust your internal, you know, your internal knowing to understand that these messages are really for you, to help you, give you direction and guidance as you're on your journey. You know, and it is like what I was saying yesterday, is like being a spaceman in a spacesuit on a mission. And then you've got the people at mission control, and they're telling you what to do. And you're out on this mission, and your soul is out on this mission so it can expand itself and have these experiences so that it can understand itself and its capabilities and stuff so much more. And, you know, the whole thing is consciousness trying to understand itself. I just think it's remarkable. Like, you know, to create these whole, it's a whole worlds for experience. And I find it fascinating and exciting. And I hate the limitations that they have pushed on people forever. You know, they just want us to have limited beliefs, limited experience, limited everything. They want us small. And right now, while they're trying to crush us, we need to expand, you know, just put it all out there. Let yourself be free. Claim your sovereignty, claim your freedom. Even if they're fighting to hold on to it, they're not, you know, they haven't come to my house yet. And if they do, don't forget, don't answer the door. You know, wherever you have your boundary, like mine is my gate. There's no fucking way I'm going to go open that gate. And mine's got a chain on it. And the only time my gate's open is if I leave in my car. So, yeah, they'd have to come up here and just sit here and wait. And I'll guarantee you, if I pull up and there's people sitting out in front of my house waiting for me, I'll just keep on driving. And I love, like I had said before, that when my dad, you know, he went from a successful businessman to, with his alcoholism and his perversion and stuff, you know, he just went, it went south for him. And I don't know whatever happened with his business, but something where he ended up owing a lot of money to the IRS. And so they were after him. They'll come to your house. I'm not even kidding. They came to my mom's house before when she was married to my stepdad. He was a carpet layer, so he was an independent contractor. And I don't know if it was something with the taxes. I'm not sure what happened, how they messed up theirs. But, you know, it wasn't like they owed for a long time or something. But the IRS showed up and started going through their garage, looking for stuff they could take of value. I was like, what the hell? And I didn't know her, you know, money stuff. So I really don't know the situation. But I do know that my dad, because when he owed, he told me it was over $100,000. Which I don't know how much it was. This was a long time ago, too. $100,000 was a lot more money back in the 80s. And he said, when they come to the door, he said, I'll answer it and they'll ask for me. And I just say, he's not here. I said, yeah, that's how we all have to be. We don't have to play their games. We don't have to be involved in their system. That they don't own us anymore. And I love that Lynn Wood, yesterday, he said that he sent in his birth certificate. Next, he'll be sending in his Social Security to get his payment. Because that is, you know, I said the other day about that 1522 form or something. But to look for your original birth certificate, because you have a stamp on it. Jesus Christ. See, trying to get him to go out the door. They decide, oh no, we're just going to stand here right in the door while you're holding it open and just, you know, fight real quick. Is that okay? You don't mind? Like, oh, that irritates the shit out of me, blocking the door like that. Especially if I'm trying to go out, just stop and block the door. Like, son of a bitch. But, what the fuck was I talking about now? Oh my gosh. I thought that there was no noise whatsoever when I opened the door. Yeah, the neighbors, trucks pulled up and the kids are getting out to be babysat and stuff like that. They hear the most tiniest noises and go fucking ape shit. And, anyways, don't remember what I was talking about. Well, I'll be back in a minute. I'll probably remember it in a minute. Oh, that's just so... If I leave them outside while I try and do it, then they got to come up and start hitting the door crying to come in. And then they come in, and then they can sit there and be quiet for a minute. But Okay, I'll just be back in a sec.